Hey, am I choppy? This has been a problem tonight. So let me know right now. Can you understand me? Can you see the jazz hands? Let me know. Also, this is a collective reading for twin flames, soulmates. Awesome. I reset everything. That is great. Okay. Oh my goodness. I just got a notification for my own notification. Guys, this is a collective reading for soulmates, twin flames, those in separation, the current energies, and what your storyline could be this potential weekend. So if you're watching this, this could resonate at the time. This is timeless. And I don't know what meta means, Matthew. Metamucil? Fiber? Fiber's good? All right, so there's going to be a few things happening. This is timeless, but I will be doing this live, so I will be reading the comments as I can. And also make sure that if you're new that you like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for notification. And well, if there's any questions throughout this, we'll see if we can address them. And again, it's going to be about collective energy. So enjoy the world in the comments, and hopefully I can interact with you and see where this goes. There's been a lot of reconciliation energies. So let me know if this starts going choppy and, oh, it's like breaking fourth wall, Matthew. All right, we want to know what is going on with soulmates and twin flames this weekend. What are we expecting? I mean, there has been so much talk. I've heard so much across the board about people reconnecting, and it's these hard conversations, and well, it's these difficult initiations. The conversations are being guided to be light. So let's see what that is about. We're gonna check it out first with Caroline Mai's archetype card. So what is the archetype that the twins are working with, or it's soulmates? You know, soulmates, twin flames, karmic bonds, soul bonds. I did not. No. You can't follow your own channel. Conversations about light. I will beam you up, Scotty. So if you are new, make sure that you say hello. Let me know where you are in the world. And, ooh, Queen. Oh my God. So divine feminines, you are standing in your queendom. Hey, Jenny. So it was kind of frustrating, right? Hey, Sheila. Oh, thank you so much for connecting me to the Paulina Cassidy. I didn't know that she was even on Instagram. Scotty doesn't know, Matthew. All right, the queen is owning her divine feminine energies, and she is not going to settle for being an option in any divine masculine's world. I don't care what you call yourselves, soulmate, twin flame, it is the soul bond. I love it. Thank you so much, Sheila. All right, one more for archetype, networker. This is going to involve social media. I feel like the counterparts have been peering over the side of, you know, their counterparts. You know, so has their profile picture changed? Are they seeing anyone? Have they blocked? You know, all these things. Divine, shush. So enhances unity through sharing information. You guys have been watching each other from afar. That connection has never been gone. And this is saying that someone, well, you guys are mirroring each other, whether you know it or not. You guys are mirroring each other. That's probably part of the synchronicities you're seeing with each other. Not even with each other, sorry, about, you know, just about your day, like mirroring numbers, and I don't know, lots of 1111s everywhere. And if you have had a sudden cease of signs, like you've been getting a bunch and suddenly there's nothing. Hey, I haven't seen Ash. No, I haven't seen her. But, okay, so helping those in need with no expectation of return, freeing yourself from others with destructive impulses, and inspires you to put compassion into action. Radiates the regal feminine. You missed your turn. You did not miss your turn. You were the first one to go, goofball. All right, so uses her benevolent authority to protect others. So the divine feminine is shining her light all over the world. It is non-gender based, and it is just, it is that nurturing quality, that divine spark, and the divine feminine is owning it. They are not someone to be compromised with. They are not an option in your world. And the divine masculine is seeing them for the beacon that they are. And they can't help but want to reach out. And that's beautiful. And it's incredibly innocent. It's like the reconnection. They had exhausted every single way that something cannot work, and yet they are still choosing to step forward into this, because it's not just about love. It is not just about the relationship. It is about what this makes them feel about themselves, and what this makes them feel that they can do in the world. They have a lot of good that they want to do in the world, and they have a big heart that they want to display for all to see, and you give them the freedom to do so. You guys really feed off each other, and you guys give each other that equal space. That's funny, Matthew. All right, so be open to receiving text messages, email. They are sending it out in the hopes that they're not going to get a giant F off. And I know that that is a huge fear of theirs, but divine feminine is going to be a lot better receiving than you can anticipate in this. So divine masculine, men, women, just, you know, counterpart who has done the stepping away. They are going to potentially be addressing the counterpart this weekend. No, you are balancing your masculine and feminine energies. Hey, Natasha. So I am actually urging you to make that connection, because even if he is the divine masculine or you identify as feminine, if you have the opportunity to make a reconciliation, you do it. The divine masculine. That sounds really Shakespearean. Beautiful, Matthew. All right, so let's just take off the gender tops of whatever this is. The counterpart. I'm going to actually substitute all those words with the counterpart, because that's what they are. Okay, so, God, I have decks everywhere. Let's see what Wisdom of the Oracle wants to tell us. Hey, Matthew, nothing. What's going on? Nothing. Yeah, the counterpart. So what came out initially is regeneration. The count off for the longest time, and here we are now, and there is no turning back. They don't care about what anyone has to say about anything anymore. They are willing to, I like it, they are willing to put themselves out and just say, you wanna, I gotta speak my truth, I gotta be in this, and I have got to be a voice for change in my life, breaking those karmic cycles. They're stepping into the discomfort and stepping truly into the land of milk and honey. Matthew, wait, no, not Matthew. Wait, are we, am I skipping again? Please tell me if I'm skipping. Oh, that would suck. Observer, again, they're watching. I mean, I don't mean that in the stalker way. So help me God. It's just, you know, when you step away from something that's truly in your heart and that makes your heart sing and you're just not ready for it, but you're not ready to let go. Okay, thank you. Danny, you're a punk. You said go back 30 seconds. Oh, they weren't willing to see that their treasure laid elsewhere. They were gung-ho about staying with the old family structure, really traditional, and that's absolutely fine and dandy, but they weren't happy. It was sacrificing them. Oh, okay. Yeah, try and put the red dot a few moments back in me. He said 5, he ain't lying. I have no idea what that means. Okay, so no place like home, treasure laying elsewhere, observer, milk and honey, regeneration. So all that purge that we've experienced, it has been undoubtedly very physical and mentally exhausting. And I know that a lot of people have been triggered and dealing with all these old wound triggers, and the counterpart in this is no exception. They have been dealing with all that. I feel like they've been having a lot of arguments in the household, a lot of pulling away, a lot of like just crawling under the skin. All right, I'm not even paying attention anymore, Matthew. Okay, so no place like home. You feel like home. They want to go home. Just because they fit into this program, this dynamic that they've just been conditioned to all those years, doesn't mean that it was healthy for them, doesn't mean that it was right, and it doesn't mean that they want, you know, anyone who is observing it to see it as this masterpiece. It wasn't. It was like every other long-term relationship that we are cusping the idea of what it means to be traditional and stepping into what it is to be completely unconditional. So traditional and unconditional, two different things, and we are on the bridge of that. So you're seeing a lot of people step away from what is considered traditional, what is right for them in their upbringing, and stepping into unconditional, which is making their soul thrive. There is no place like home, and you feel like home to the counterpart. And so yes, they weren't ready for you, but they watched you from afar. They see you for the beautiful beacon of light that you are, and they want in on it for how much potential you have, how much empowerment you have, how bright and shiny that you have come to be. They want in on that. They love the way you see the world and the way that you you make them feel about themselves, the way that they feel that they can do anything. And then this, again, it goes above and beyond just a relationship. This goes into humanitarian work, to possibilities on all fronts. They want growth, and you give the possibility of growth. And it is not by a huge effort on your part, it's just what you embody, and it is beautiful. So that is a huge reason as to why people are forced into change, because they can't keep denying themselves that truth. And I'm glad that that made sense. And and why they are stepping into their own. They are willing to be seen as the bad guy. A new normal is going to have to be established, and they want the growth. They require it. Their soul was tired. And I hope that that made sense. So we are now going to look at the Psychic Tarot from John Holland. I'm always going to have to pair the names. I've already gotten used to that idea. I have so many decks on this table. I know I'm probably not going to use it all. Victory in Success. Beautiful. This is going to be so positive for so many people. I love that it made sense. Awareness. They don't know how to label this connection, but they're aware of the depth of it. It's like you've been dreaming about them, and they've been dreaming about you. You're in their thoughts. It's not obsession. It's not. It's just the soul's longing for peace. All right. Financial and material changes. So they could have been staying in whatever karmic situation because they didn't have all their ducks in a row, and they weren't willing to suffer financially, and that's absolutely fine. But I feel like finances and career was an overwhelm in their world, and they just really had to get a grip on their own reality, fall of it. And again, this is just this is allowing for the change to happen, and they are more than ready at this time around. Firm foundation. They can give you an offering. Wait, what is October 15th, 1540? What's that? All right, awareness, heartache, and loss, victory and success. So looking back on this connection, I know that someone ran away from it, and it seemed really cold and callous. Oh. I know, right? But it was just a mask. It really hurt to pull away from a connection. They had to do a lot of convincing of themselves. Am I chopping? Glitching. All right, I'm gonna exit out of this. Hang on. Now I'm good? I'm good. Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Let me know if I'm glitching or not. Hello? All right, so it wasn't easy for them to step away from you, but they felt like they had no other choice. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the feedback. They really just had to numb themselves out. They had to push you back far away, and thank you, guys, and just pretend like you didn't exist, but obviously that could not be fulfilled. So this discomfort that has never left them, every single doldrum day, everything was systematic, and it just made them tired to keep up the shenanigans and to keep up this character. And now it has gotten to the point where they have grown so much out of their shell, well, so much that they are breaking out of the shell, and they are going on this whole new quest, this new awareness. They are fully embracing the future, and they want to embrace it with you. They want that connection. They want that understanding, but also there is the fear that you could reject them, because you do have that sense of self and power, and you could very well walk away from this. You could say no more, but I don't feel like you are, because one, you're wondering about reconciliation. Two, you're wondering if they're thinking about you, and yes, they are. They never stopped. That was the thing. And three, victory and success. You guys, when you guys are together, it's like a tornado meeting a volcano, and awareness and grounds cleared. This is huge in insight, eruption, mirroring, and just complete catalyst for each other. You guys make each other face each other's junk. I'm gonna say that. This is what came out for you guys. You had to be separated. You guys had so much that you had to face, and you were too far in each other's heads and too new into this. Not every soulmate, twin flame, soul bond counterpart goes into separation. In fact, I spoke with one earlier who's in union with her divine counterpart. They had only been physically separated, well, emotionally separated, 11 days. And that was unbearable. But the physical separation, it doesn't even matter, because they are in union, and it's like they are just, everything is in one as it is. So once you come in a union, you're in union. There's no feeling of loss, even in the space between you. I don't care where you are in the world. Her counterpart's in India. So let's see, Spirit Song Tarot from Paulina Cassidy. Ooh, Oakley Dokley. Ooh, the Virgo card. Ooh. Just want more. Let's see. All right, you're sticking out. I want you. Oh, Ace of Shells. That's the Ace of Cups. Offer of, well, an offer of love. You know, some counterparts aren't going to have that connection this weekend, and they are going to be resentful. Let's see. Page of Crystals, Ideas, Happiness, Endurance, Five of Acorns, and Contemplation. So this is the Virgo card. This is the teacher card. You have come out on the other side. You've gone through this huge awakening. Everyone has been going through this grand scale awakening, but again, this is coming out of introspection. So you have all the groundwork to redirect the perimeters of the connection. You guys are making the rules and remaking the rules every single day. This is starting off lighthearted. I have multiple aces, and there's a 5, there's knights. This is all new energy. Am I choppy? I'll wait. I'll hang out. I was always late. You never afraid that we could be falling. I'm not switching chairs. I don't know what you have against yellow, Matthew, but it's not gonna fly. All right, this is good. There's leopard print. Deal with it. So am I choppy or am I not? Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Either everyone's fallen silent or I'm choppy. Okay, so ideas, happiness. It's going to be jarring this weekend, but I do feel like there is potential for the cup to be filled from yourself, pouring into one another, and slow moving energy. This is about contemplation, not making a solid, definitive choice on this, just being free with it, being free with each other, and just understanding that there is a huge potential for reconnection, huge potential to go the distance with each other, and that you guys want each other in that connection. You guys simply just want the existence of each other in your worlds. And I feel like it might as well be an entirely new connection because of the counterpart that's coming in. He's been drugged through the ringer. Oh, okay. You weren't, now you are, yellow chair. Okay, so, I don't know. Try and show some restraint. I know that it's going to be exciting, but breathe. Not choppy. Okay, so that's what came out. There's so many new love offerings and connections being just made this weekend. Don't wait for it to happen. Continue about your life. This is all about divine timing and intervention, and it is crazy. I'm hearing so many counterparts just out of nowhere, reconnecting through text, email, and just people unblocking each other. It's bizarre. Okay, so now I want to go to all right. I want The Shadows of Light from Lucy Cavendish. And now I get to maneuver some cards out of the way. This is a risk. Wow. They know that this is a huge, it took to even get there. The audacity it took to even reach out to you, because this was not a clean break you guys experienced. It's time to be brave. It's time to step into the unknown. You have 1, 11, and then you have 2. This is balance. This is about finding balance. You guys are balanced within yourselves, and you guys have been working on that for a while. You are not leaning too far into the masculine or feminine. And this is how you guys are like picking each other's brains. All right. Oh, all right. I'm gonna call it there. Wrong box though. Okay. 2 Little Witches, magical space clearing time. Sweet memories. Don't get hung up on nostalgia. Yes, there was amazing times that you guys had together, but there was also those difficult times. Don't negate any experience with them, but also don't hold them to all those experiences either, because if you use them as a crutch, you guys won't be able to progress as a couple coming in. And again, don't drown yourself out with the work. If this is too much, then allow the space for you to actually breathe in this. Your demands are not too high. You guys have been in separation for a while, and it has been anxiety ridden, as far as I can see, for the counterparts. At least in this last few weeks, it has been anxiety ridden, because you feel them coming in, you don't know when, and it's like, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Hey, Elaney. So, powerful energy shift. This is dealing with the eclipses. Look on that. The full eclipse, the whole Leo thing, the wolf moon. Those things were huge. I was knocked on my arse throughout that, emotionally, physically. Oh my God, I was drained. Do you know how easy it is to come out of balance when you think you're right about everything? If you thought that you had no key point in that separation, then you are not ready for reconciliation yet. you did have a factor in it. There was something that tipped off. It may have not been the whole blame, may not have even been half, but you did have a part in it. And that is a hard pill to swallow. That is a hard pride and ego pill to swallow. No one wants to take it. You have to take that thing with food. Otherwise, you're just going to be sick to your stomach. But yeah, so put the pride aside, put the ego aside, and acknowledge where you could have potentially had fault. Hey, so guys, talk amongst yourselves in the comments. And if you're watching this on the replay, go ahead and check out the live play. You're going to see everyone just kind of messing with each other. Am I choppy again? Ah, for God's sakes. So they're going to be making an offer. You have, it's coming with a great price on their part. My DM called, but he didn't want to speak, so I just kept... He called. He wanted to hear your voice. That's complicated because they want to call, they want to hear your voice. They want to know that you exist in their world. They want to know that it's not an illusion. And it is scary. Again, the whole pride and ego, and is this even real? Yeah, love is real. So be brave. They are being so brave and reaching out to you. And again, don't hold anything against them. I mean, you can be angry, feel out those emotions, but don't dangle it in front of them. And besides, even if you were to do that, you wouldn't be ready for reconciliation. And I think that a lot of you are. So it's just calling you to be brave. They risked a lot to change their life, to make this shift, not only for you, for each other, but for the dreams they have for the future, the grand future for them. I hope that that made sense. Again, this is not just about a relationship. That love, that unconditional love is beautiful, but there is something so much bigger to, you know, these unions. So if you're thinking about this just being about sex, about, you know, the relationship and the desire to be in each other's space the entire time, that's not it. That's the tip of the iceberg. So I hope that that kind of clicks into place for you. It's so much bigger than what is presented in the initial acknowledgement of it. So, all right, I want to look at, yes. Okay, we're gonna go through 3 more decks, and hopefully this one keeps falling. Okay, we are going to go with Angel Therapy from Doreen Virtue. So if you're just chiming in, say hello, let me know where you are in the world. And if this reading resonates with you, say so in the comments, reach out in personal message, find me on social platforms. If it doesn't, you can ask for clarification, you can let it fall away. Either way, you can always book your own personal reading. All of that is in the description. And well, yeah, this is a timeless love reading. Okay, like watching Asian, hold on, what? Am I choppy again, son of a gun? They may have not been the most integrity-ridden person when you first met them. They could have been a player, and that is actually what I have been hearing. A lot of them had a few things going on at the time, but again, I'm not accusing anyone of cheating on you. It could have been one of the storylines. They could have been in a karmic situation. You don't know exactly what the storyline is, but there is player energy in there, and I feel like for a little bit they were stringing the divine counterpart along. It's not fun. It's not fun to feel taken advantage of, but also they didn't anticipate how deep this connection would go. So when you are hit with reality, when all you were thinking was illusion, what are you left to do? You have to change. There is no going back once you know something. And they discovered something very heavy and real about themselves. So that pushes them into growing. You can't look at the world the same. And then, again, this is not about that. Yeah, well, I I think that everything, if you still have breath in your body, everything is forgivable. And I think that it needs to be given the opportunity to be presented. So, all right, we have singing and dancing, shield yourself, past life issues, goddess, throat chakra, and integrity. So, you guys are completely in sync with each other. There is boundaries that have been put down. They are putting that shield up because when they reach out, they do fear rejection because what they say, it is rejectable. Everyone would understand. Yeah, the more you love yourself, the more that you come into union because there is no separation. The more that you put yourself on the pedestal and own your God or goddessness of yourself, the more that you're already in union. Because the whole concept behind this is it is one soul and two bodies, and you know it is divine masculine, divine feminine in each body, one a little bit more than the other, but you still find balance in them. So once you get more into that balance, it draws each other more near. So this is you finding that balance, finding that beauty, that true, authentic light beam inside of you and displaying it for everyone to see. Hey, how you doing, Jenny? Witnessing this whole magnificence that is the connection, the possibility that is you, and they are displaying their raw, authentic, unbridled truth. And they are showing up to the table now with integrity. It's going to be rough. They are scared, but they are still doing it anyway. They are being truly brave in it. That is where the growth lies. Where they had cowered in fear before, they're not doing it now. So I hope that that made sense. This is what came out. I love love. I love the concept of love, the various ways that you can love one another. And I didn't know about these counterpart or the unconditional love relationships until 2009. And I was seeing this person, and the mother kept telling me I was the Tweedledum's counterpart. I'm like, no, not even a little. Broke up with him a few months later. That was fun. All right. Dream big. Father healing. Las Vegas, baby. I'm in Las Vegas too. We should have coffee soon. I am off of Washington. Actually going to the DMV tomorrow. All right. See, set your sights higher. Stay optimistic. And there's one more in here. I don't even care if it's like that soulmate relationship card that comes out because that's what this reading is about. Tranquility. You are their peace. You are a safe haven. You make what is a calculated risk a huge possibility. I completely missed what you'd said, Matthew. All right, so Father healing, dream big, set your sights higher, stay optimistic, and tranquility. There is no cap to the greatness that is going to be happening in your life. You have so much work to do. This isn't just about love. This is how all these connections intermingle with each other and how it raises vibration, opportunity, and how it does a huge overhaul on just social conditioning. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of humanitarian work that's coming into play. This is changing the authority in your life. And I feel like this is really speaking to it's speaking to the masculine energy and the patriarchal society, if that makes sense to you. This is changing those the society view on that, and changing what it is to be in power and how that is an archetype of any kind. This is a balancing act between absolutely everyone. The more that you come into balance with yourself, the more that you come into balance with people who are in balance. And then it just creates this big unit amongst the public. And it's just like everyone has this